Welcome to this third training video. We'll see here how to create the resulting knitting program of a garment defined in Modal Plus using the second and the third step of Modal Plus wizard. Once the shape is defined, you can carry on with the second step. We will choose here the structure that will come inside the shape, the rib settings, and other technical parameters. The user can choose the garment part he wants to work on this step selector. The main structure that will come inside the shape is selected here. The number of courses used on each carriage pass is chosen here. The Modify Base button is used to draw manually the structured or intarsia content inside the shape of the sample. In this case, in the structure selector, you have to choose Manual Base Panel or Intarsia. If you check this, the yarn guides will be put on clamps in the resulting knitting program. Please note that the yarn guides will always be on clamps when the comb is used. If you plan to knit the article inside a batch sequence of several programs, check this option. This way, Modal Plus won't insert the transition section at the end of the knitting program, since the machine will do this transition automatically between the elements of the batch. The desired structure type for the rib is selected here. If you check this, the realization style of the rib will be with rubber. If the sample has to be knitted with the comb on the machine, the user can choose the type that has to be used. You can enter here the rib height of each size of the current part of the garment. Now, to go to the third step, click on the Next Step button. You can navigate through the different garment parts using this selector. You can specify here the knitting diagram to apply for each detecting section of the shape. For each diagram, the yarn guides that have to be used are entered in the yarn guide column. This grid is filled automatically with the default values of the profile. However, you can also choose diagram in the model libraries and drag and drop them in the grid. The size that will be created in Modal is chosen here. The user can also choose all sizes in this selector. This way, every size of the garment will be calculated when the Create button will be pressed. The machine type that will knit the sample is selected here. If a machine type filter is defined in the Model 9's preferences, this filter will be applied here. If you check this, every part of the garment will be calculated when the Create button will be pressed. You can check this option to generate automatically the resulting EDS machine files of the garment. When the Create button will be pressed, the Create EDS window will appear asking the user to choose an output folder. If this option is checked, the resulting knitting program will be created using the diagrams already loaded in Modal instead of loading them from the library. If you click on that button, the Sections and Diagrams Association grid is refreshed with the default values defined in the profile. With this button, the associations between the section and diagrams and yarn guides defined in the grid are sent to the profile and considered as the default values. That button opens the yarn guide substitution window. With this tool, you can easily replace a yarn guide usage with another. It's also possible to associate it with the deselected machine type and save it as default substitution in the profile. Click here to open the technical setting window. In this window, you can specify yarn guides exit auto behavior. When this button is pressed, the resulting Modal program is created taking into account all data entered in Modal Plus. If associations between sections and diagrams are missing, a message is shown to the user. A garment designed with Modal Plus can be composed of several garment parts. front, back, sleeve, and several sizes. The .mod file contains all the different parts of the garment. In Model, only one garment part and size is shown at the same time. The part and the size we want to work on is chosen using the garment part selector and the size selector in the main toolbar at the top of the window. This button is used to go back to Model Plus. Thank you for watching this third training video of Model Plus.